These two pieces of firewood look exactly the same, but only one of them is dry and ready to use. How can you tell the difference? You don't need expensive equipment. Today I'm gonna give you 4 tips everybody can do to find out if their firewood is dry and ready to use. Hi, my name is Eric and you are watching Norwegian Farm Life. Other than the obvious reason not to burn wet firewood, it can actually be dangerous. The chance of chimney fires increase drastically when burning wet wood. It also produces less heat as it wastes a lot of energy vaporizing the water. Tip number 1. Wet wood weighs a lot more than dry wood. But that might not be easy to feel the difference if you're just lifting one log. But if you lift an entire sack, then you will definitely feel the difference. Now this tip requires you to have some knowledge about what a sack of firewood should weigh. You should also keep in mind that different kinds of wood do not weigh the same. For instance, pine wood is a lot lighter than birch wood. Tip number 2. Try to knock on the wood. Dry firewood have a more hollow sound than wet wood have. Try to knock on it and see what sound it makes. Let's try that here and see if we can hear the difference. This piece of firewood is dry. This piece of firewood is completely wet. Could you hear the difference? Tip number 3. Try to blow through the log. This might sound strange, but it actually works. The tree fiber consists of many hollow tubes stacked next to each other. If the log is dry, the tubes should be empty and you should be able to blow through. You can also add some dishwashing soap in the opposite end and see if it bubbles. You should probably not try this in a public store, as you may be conceived as a bit crazy.
Freeze!
Tip number 4. Try to burn a log. Now you should probably not make a habit of burning wet wood, but it's probably okay to try one. When the wet wood burns, it makes a hissing sound. That is because the water inside is boiling. You can also often see the water bubbling out of the ends. That is a sure way to see if it needs to dry longer. Most people assume when they buy firewood that it's always dry and ready for use, but that's not always the case. Some may sell the firewood wet because they do not have storage to dry it, and you may even get a discount because of it. Unless they're advertising with ready for use firewood, then you can't really assume anything. It's always up to you to check and see if it's actually ready for use. And if not, you need to store it at a dry and safe place until you can burn it. Now, I'm also gonna give you a bonus tip. Buy a firewood rack. If you store the firewood outside or in a garage, it will never be completely dry as it absorbs the moisture from the air. If you store some of the firewood in a rack next to the oven, the heat will dry out the rest of the moisture from the logs. I hope that this has been interesting for you, and if this is a topic that you want to see more of, have a look at this video next. I will see you on the next video. Goodbye.